Alright, this video was inspired by Killinger. Told him last night that I would be throwing something up in a couple of days. Last year I participated in the Cordwood Challenge, and Ben Scott officiated that, and in my description in the Cordwood Challenge I said that I used a Kelly half-axe, and of course Ben went on to describe that in the Cordwood Challenge announcement video that he did, and he talked about that. Okay. So this is the Kelly half-axe, and I had wanted to feature this video talking to Mr. Kevin Kvetch as well, who is hosting this year's, the 2021 Cordwood Challenge, and he had talked with me about this axe a little bit. So in my job, I associate with thousands of people every year, and it came to be known by this one individual that I liked axes. I love axes, and this has been 15 years ago. And this fella gave me this axe, and there was a story behind the axe. Of course, it didn't have a handle in it when I got it. Okay. So the man told me, he said, Brian, I want you to have this axe, and he gave me another one as well, one that had not been damaged, and there was a story behind this axe. He said that he had an old car, and he wanted to recycle the car, but had no way to cut it up and no way to haul it, so he had this old axe, and so he chopped the car up with his axe, and reasoned that he had one good side still. But I trap some recreationally, and a trapper's axe is very handy, so I thought I'll cut that other side off, and in hindsight's 2020, I should have ground it away or just left it as is, or tried to resharpen it, but I didn't. And I cut it off, and as you saw, completed the Cordwood Challenge. But Kevin asked me, how it handled, how it chopped, and it's awkward after having used a regular double bit axe. It handles a little oddly, but surprisingly enough, it's very effective, and as with anything, as you practice with it, you become more effective and even used to it. So I went ahead and completed the challenge with that axe. And Mr. Killinger also asked last night, what's your favorite splitting axe or maul in any way? And I told him that it depended on the situation, but I like to split with this one. The Kelly half-axe, as I like to call it. That axe has a story behind it. This one does as well. A good friend of mine, I helped him move a piano, and his father was a volunteer fire department, and we moved this piano a long distance and then moved it into the house, and he gave me this axe without the handle and two steel wedges, which are maker marked, and I still use them from time to time. But the thing that Mr. Killinger's video inspired me the most about was him tightening that head up. And he used a couple of steel wedges in his maul handle, and I told him last night that our methods are very much alike. Having watched some of his rehandling videos, he done a couple of hatchets and done an axe, and he's a fine craftsman, but I'm not. I'm more of a rough carpenter, and I thought his method last night on that video was very interesting. I handled this axe, and obviously it's not a show axe. The value is ruined, but it's still very valuable to me, so I thought that was very interesting, his repair method on tightening that handle up. This one is very durable. Used it in all sorts of things. So Mr. Killinger, that was the inspired video. I hope you guys found that interesting. And as to the Cordwood Challenge, I hope to do some chopping this year. And weather's cooling off, and we'll see how that goes. We may not chop any, but I've been wanting to do a video about that axe since it stirred so much interest with Mr. Scott and Mr. Kevin Kvetch. So thank you for watching.